Well, good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Derek's Travel Chats for April the 8th, 2021. Well, again this week, we see that COVID has produced itself in many areas of Canada and through the United States again, and has caused a couple of provinces to shut down, but here in Newfoundland, we're raring to go, and I know people are raring to go to somewhere for a vacation sometime soon. So, but unfortunately, because of what things are going on in Quebec and Ontario, some people are just still a little unsure about travel and whether they should be going or should not be going. But again, that is really a personal choice of yourself. And we're here to provide you with information, hopefully to make your decision a little bit easier. The fact that vaccinations are really starting to roll out in different parts of the country is also hopeful. And hopefully, I know they made a call for my age group. I was going to say teenager, but people know different than that. So last night, and we quickly tried to register, but the time slots got used up pretty quickly. So hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to get my vaccination, and I encourage everybody to get a vaccination as soon as you're available to do that. So my show, the Derek's Travel Chats, for anyone who hasn't watched before, it's all about sharing of information, both to make your decision about traveling during the pandemic and post pandemic. So hopefully, what we share with you on this show is informative and will help you make a decision when it comes to planning your vacation. And hopefully, you'll sit down with someone like myself as a travel agent, and we can get all that put together for whenever you're comfortable in traveling. If you have seen our previous episodes, thank you very much for that. If you haven't, you can very easily go to my website, and just trying to bring that up here for you now. And it's E&B Travel Services .ca. And let me see where I have all of that too. All this new technology. And from there, you can just look up Derek's Travel Chats, and all of the episodes are connected there to YouTube. And we'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to our YouTube. Again, there's all of the episodes are there, plus some other interesting videos that I've put up over the years. So I encourage you to sign up to there or follow us on Twitter. Some may be watching this today on Twitter, Facebook, and again, the YouTube. So without further ado, we do have a couple of guests today, and I don't know if you can really tell my shirt or not, but we will be talking all about Ireland today. And I have a wonderful guest who was born in Ireland and now lives in New York City, and is the North American representative for Brennan Vacations. It's an Irish company, and she's working out of New York City. So just let me do this technology stuff again and bring on the wonderful Sarah Hamilton. And welcome, Sarah, to Derek's Travel Chats. And I'm going to say, let me see, Didwich.
Oh, you did such a good job. You're a pro, Derek. You must have got those tips when you travelled to Ireland and how to speak Irish Gaelic.
There you go.
Hello everyone. A big Céad Míle Fáilte, which is 100,000 welcomes in Irish Gaelic. That's your next one, Derek. That's the next one you're going to have to learn.
So that's hello in Irish Gaelic. And for those who are watching today, and I'll bring this up again throughout the show, but if you're watching today, we'll ask that trivia question, and we'll just give you the hint of what the answer will be. You may have to Google it to get the correct spelling, and we'll have a draw later this afternoon for anyone who puts the right answer in the comments for however you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, and receive this $25 gift card from Boston Pizza. It's just our way of giving back to the local community, helping local restaurants get back in up and swinging, because I know everybody wants to be able to get out and enjoy each other's company. So it's A&D Travel's way of supporting local restaurants. And besides Sarah, my good friend from Nova Scotia, Ken Nicholson. Ken is the Atlantic Canada, Eastern Ontario, some of Quebec, I think, representative for Trafalgar and Brendan Tours, and one other one. Tell me, Ken. Tell me, I forget now.
So yeah, I'm Trafalgar, Cost Saver, Brendan Vacations, and you're right. I'm pretty much everything up until Manitoba, except for Ontario. I have a great support team in Ontario, and then the rest of Canada as well.
And so Ken has come on just to listen to Sarah as well. Ken and Sarah are very good friends as well. So, but Ken is our representative for Brendan Tours, so when he's my go-to person. They got a wonderful product which Sarah will be telling us all about. And Ken, I know you have another Zoom meeting or to jump into very shortly, and I'm really glad to have you come on board for a few minutes this afternoon to say hello. And if anyone wants to go back and see my conversation with Ken about the Trafalgar product, once again, you can go to my webpage or to my YouTube channel and see that particular show, which was probably earlier in our start of the show. So there might be some little different looks to the show.
Well, I was just going to say thank you, Derek, for inviting us. And I just, before I jump off, I just want to say that it has been a passion of mine for many years, and Sarah knows that I have fought diligently to have Brendan Vacations in the Canadian market. And when I found out last fall that it was coming true, I was like a kid in a candy store. It's just like the best of everything Irish and Scottish is finally in the home of Ireland and Scotland outside of those two great countries. So it was great to see my dream come true for us to have this incredible product. And I know when Sarah's done today, that each and every one of you listening will be clamoring to call Derek, book your Brendan vacation, visit the Emerald Isle. It is a space, it's a spot very near and dear to my heart. I've been a couple of times, but she is going to wow you. She's an incredible person. I fell in love with Sarah the moment I met her, and she's going to blow your socks off. You get ready for just an epic journey, and the storytelling is incredible.
Now, can you say hello in Irish Gaelic, Ken?
Céad Míle Fáilte. Not as good as Sarah by any means. I leave the Gaelic to Sarah. Although we do take lessons. The sales team are taking lessons from Sarah, so she's working diligently and trying her best, but bless her heart, we are not great students. We try. The effort is definitely there.
You are awesome. As I say, as long as you do a little wee rhyme on it, it'll sound Irish.
Very, very true.
All right. Well, Ken, thanks again for coming on, and we'll talk to you again soon.
We will indeed. Best of luck, everybody. Take care. Stay well. Get that vaccine.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Well, there's your buddy and Ken. So Sarah, COVID-19. Been a long conversation, hasn't it?
It has been. It's been a while, yes. And do you know what I try to do every single morning, Derek? I get up out of bed and I'm like, we're one step closer, one way positive, and I try to keep that in mind every single day, because it has been a long trek for absolutely everybody, for sure.
Yeah. So, how are things in Ireland? How are they coping with COVID-19 now? Because there's been so many different waves, it's hard to tell, right?
So many different waves. At one point, we actually were doing so well. You know, we are like a little wee place. So if you go into lockdown, we're a wee island, they can control it quite well. But we did see a large spike after the Christmas holidays, the holiday season. And they're still currently in lockdown. Like mommy and daddy, they can't go more than 5 kilometers at the moment. You know, some schools are still opening, and just taking it day by day. Now, the government have been updating. They're continuing to update and roll out plans and see how it goes, you know. But yeah, currently still in lockdown. The vaccination process isn't as fast as we would hope, but fingers crossed we will get there soon. And we have the team in Dublin, wonderful Catherine, we Blue Door in Dublin, and they're keeping us up to date every single day of what is happening at home. Yeah.
Well, I can't get back to Ireland. It was just I did a drive around in the Atlantic Way, left Belfast, 8 days all the way down around and back up through Donegal and all that area. And it was just a fabulous trip. I had a couple of little problems with my car rental, but other than that, everything went well, and I stayed on the right side of the road, or left side of the road.
Yeah. You didn't lose a wing mirror, did you?
No. Came close, but yeah, no, it was a great trip, and you know, some fabulous scenery, great people, wonderful people to just hang around with, and go to the pub and have a beer or have a drink of whiskey.
You are melting my heart. I think that's what I love about Ireland so much, and us as Brendan too, because we want to make sure that when people are traveling with us, they're going to connect to that real heartbeat of the Celtic Isle, which, as you just said, is the people. We really bring the destination to life, and they're just incredible. Yeah.
And it is that accent. I love your accent. I mean, and when we were, you know, when we were going through and listening to people, and myself and my daughter, and we were at a restaurant, and just to sit back and listen to the Irish accent is just, it's just so beautiful to listen to, and so expressive. So
that is so funny. Well, I love the Canadian accent. Isn't it so funny? Just like what you're used to. Like, I love listening to like Ken and the whole team talk. I'm like, oh, it's like music to my ears. I love it.
So I know you're going to tell us about Brendan Vacations and their history and what you have to offer our listeners and viewers. So I'll bring up your screen there now, and then you can give us that Irish experience.
Oh, lovely Irish experience. Oh, fabulous. Thanks, Derek. So, Brendan Vacations. Well, when I say, as Ken mentioned, we are over the moon. We cannot believe how lucky and fortunate that we are now here in the Canadian market. Like, we know that there's such a huge connection to our lovely Celtic homeland, and we are so excited. And, you know, Derek, just for all the listeners as well today, there's an Irish saying that they say that the Irish put the story in history. And, you know, you're, Derek, you guys are telling our story every single day. So thank you so much for that. So love that you're working with travel advisors, that they make it so special and really guided by our mantra of taking you personally when you come to Ireland. And actually we do Scotland as well. We're anything in a kilt, as I like to say. You know, we really want to make sure it's completely personalized to you when you come to our wonderful wee Celtic homeland. So that's how you're going to remember Brendan Vacations now. Like, oh, they're anything in a kilt. They're the Ireland and Scotland experts. So today I'll talk about our wonderful independent travel styles and how you can journey through the Celtic Isle. Talk about some wee experiences along the way. Maybe I'll tell a wee folklore story and a wee joke. So we keep it light-hearted, easy, a little bit of fun for a lovely Thursday afternoon. As I mentioned, we do have our wonderful team in Dublin. And I wanted to introduce this wonderful lady here. You'll see her there with the white hair. And her name is Catherine Riley. You know what I call her, Derek? I call her Banrian, which is another Irish word, which is queen in Irish Gaelic. She literally knows everybody in Ireland. I'm sure everybody knows her. She has been with Brendan for over 37 years, and she is the embodiment of Celtic expertise. Oh, you can't walk down the street without someone knowing Catherine Riley. She's a celebrity. Can't walk into a castle or manor hotel. Everybody knows her. So she is at home on the ground with our amazing team. So we have a team on the ground in Dublin. We have a wonderful team over here to make sure that when you come to our wee home, that it's going to be personal to you and how you travel, and it's going to be absolutely magical. So there she is, the team behind our wee blue door, and together the knowledge that all these Irish people have, we're really going to make sure it's an extraordinary visit when you come and stay with us. I know we mentioned the COVID-19, and I just wanted to talk about the traveling stress-free. On our trips, they have been expertly on our Always Support team, right? So we'll have enhanced hygiene, and we'll monitor compliance and guest well-being throughout each trip. We'll get you from one destination to the next hassle-free and ensure the transportation and luggage are hygienically taken care of throughout. And what's more, sure, we have a global support team behind the scenes as an additional layer of support who are on call and in contact with our on-trip teams 24/7. And all our team members and guests will complete a travel declaration before joining the trip. And all those frequently touched surfaces inside vehicles will be disinfected multiple times a day. Our private chauffeurs, which I'll talk about in a little minute, their vehicles will undergo a deep clean nightly, and the rental cars from our trusted travel partner Hertz will undergo the gold standard clean. And it's a rigorous vehicle cleaning process to ensure car rental is a safe way to travel. And all our hotels and venues and suppliers that you will interact with along the way have been strictly vetted by our team before each trip to meet local regulations and the established TTC, WTTC and WHO wellbeing protocols. And of course, we will have that 24/7 response and instant response. Our teams are always up to date and continue to adjust to changing regulations from health authorities and local governments. They will make the changes behind the scenes so that you can really concentrate on enjoying your trip. And should an incident arise, sure, we're going to be there by your side. So rest assured that you're going to be taken care of. And as I said, it's all about taking care of you personally. So along the way, we're going to see some iconic sites. And I wanted to start this off with a wee story about the Giant's Causeway. We'll throw in a wee folklore story here.
Okay.
Now you got to visit the Giant's Causeway, did you, Derek? You did.
I was there and I seen the big boot.
Oh, you did. I absolutely love it. So, you know, my daddy's actually from up around here, and I used to run around here like a little wee folk of growing up the whole time in Ireland. And we're full of folklore stories. So I thought I'd share one today. You see these unique formations, like incredible. And this is up in the beautiful glens of Antrim in the Causeway Coast, stunning Northern Ireland. So there's a couple of reasons that they say that this formation was created. Right? There's the scientific way, but Derek, then there's the truth. Maybe you heard the truth while you were there.
There was a story for it. Yes.
There is a wee story I'll share with the listeners today. So scientists, first of all, sure, they believed it was volcanic activity, yada, 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 yada. We don't listen to that. What I've been told and what's been passed down from generation to generation, and my family and our friends and the whole of the population, is that it was created by giants. Yes, giants. So many, many moons ago, there was a giant in Northern Ireland called Finn McCool. And he had a rival over in Scotland called Benandonnan. When you look at the map there between Ireland and Scotland, it's roughly about 12 miles. So this causeway was built for the two giants to fight. So Finn McCool, the Irish giant, typical Irish giant, huh? Brave, and just had the chest out and was pounding ready to cross the causeway to go fight the Scottish giant. Not a bit of fear in him. But then didn't he realise when he got closer and closer and closer to Scotland, the Scottish giant got bigger, 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 bigger. And he said, oh no, I cannot fight this Scottish giant. He is way too big. I am terrified. So he goes back home to Northern Ireland and he runs in the door to his wife, Una, and he says, Una, I am absolutely terrified. The Scottish giant is massive. I don't know what I'm going to do. Una, as poised as ever, thought for a moment and said, I've got a wee idea. I'm going to dress you as a baby and put you in the bed. Well, Finn McCool was like, Benandonnan will know it's me. She was like, no, we'll dress you as a baby. You'll be totally fine. So Finn McCool dressed as a baby and he hops in the bed. And then not too long after that, there was a knock on the door. And sure, who was it? Oh, it was the Scottish giant Benandonnan. And he roars. Oh, he roars. He roared so loud, he nearly blew wee Una over. And he said, I am here to fight Finn McCool. She looks at him and her eyes as big as they could be. And she says, sorry, there is no Finn McCool here. All I have is my sleeping baby. So he takes one look around the door, sees the sleeping baby, which was Finn McCool. And he said, if that's the size of the baby, I don't want to see the size of the father. And he ran as fast as he could back to Scotland, chipping away at the causeway as he did. So you see, that's how the formation was created, from Benandonnan chipping away at the causeway, not by volcanic activity. So that's, yeah, don't ever mind that other story. I'm sure you heard that story while you were there, Derek.
Yeah, and the book was Finn McCool's.
Yeah, and I love these folklore stories. We've so many of them. Cuchulainn, Queen Maeve, the pirate. That's what I wanted to share before we started today, because behind every man there's a strong and smart woman, and that's why that's my favorite Irish folklore story. So you can visit this destination on all of our travel styles, and I'll go into that in a little bit. It's, you know, we are so happy to be here in Canada. We have seen that there's such a connection to our Celtic homelands and Canada, which is amazing. So maybe you want to go back and walk in the footsteps of your Celtic clan. We can take you there to those little tiny little wee villages, or you maybe you're not sure where you want to go. You're just starting your genealogy journey. No problem. We can help you with that too. Go to the Epic Museum over in Dublin and we can set you up an appointment. But there's something so special. We've been doing this for years, taking our guests back to the streets where the grandparents are from, to the church where the grandparents got married, like going back to these destinations where their family once lived, which is so amazing. And I cannot believe they used to do that back years and years ago. I moved to New York City, as you know, and I constantly had my mammy sitting on my FaceTime, so she's there. So I don't know how they did it so long ago. So if you want to go and visit those places, we will take you there, and really it'd be something so incredible. As I said, it's by taking you personally, and no matter if it's adventures, you're a bit of a set jetter, you want to do some golf, no problem at all. It's all about taking you personally and making it special to you. We can do travel for every single occasion. Maybe you're thinking you want to celebrate an anniversary. Oh, the anniversaries, you've missed the last couple of years. Or you want to travel as a family reunion. And this is where, like, you know, we can do any size of family, from a multi-generational family to a small family, whatever size. And it's really something so special. We have something from everyone who is 5 to 95. Or maybe special interests, maybe some horse riding or kayaking. You want to go mountain climbing, whatever it is. We really want to make it so special to you. And maybe a bit of a set jetter, or I want to go to some festivals. No problem at all. We are over 5,000 years old. So just like I told the story of Fuad McCool, we have so many stories to tell. And we have these beautiful, like this is Newgrange in Slane, these Neolithic tombs that are just incredible. There's history where we bring the old and the new together. So really something for everyone. Now, Derek, did you say this word at all when you were over in Ireland? Can you say that word, sip, savor, and cilantro? I'm sure you did a few of them.
Oh, I had to turn on my microphone, sorry. Cilantro.
Cilantro, yeah, you got it, which is cheers and to your health. Now, I'm sure, like growing up, I'm sure you've heard the food in Ireland. Oh, it's not that great, but I'll be honest with you, right? So growing up in Ireland, I was raised on boiled potatoes, roast beef, some veggies, and my potatoes reboiled. But the Celtic culinary scene has drastically changed since then. By the way, thank goodness my mommy's not listening today, because she'd be like, no, you were not, you raised on boiled potatoes, but we did it very bland. But the food is amazing at home. Like the taste and the flavors that have been brought back to our Celtic Isle has been incredible, and wonderful restaurants have opened up. And of course, sure, Derek, there's a rumor going around. We don't know where this rumor started, but it's that the Irish like to have a wee tipple, a wee drink. Yeah, that's a rumor that's been circling around for years. And I suppose it is true. We are home of Guinness. And we
thought that was there, but
oh, we do. The best pint of Guinness you're going to have when you come to Ireland. And of course, we have distilleries. You can do distillery experiences from gin. Gin is so popular at home now, and to whiskey as well. So we really can do whatever you're into. Maybe you want to do food tours. Which you're doing a food tour, you've got to have some Murphy's ice cream. It is the best. Or else we can do like whiskey experiences, go and learn how to pour the perfect pint. So we really want to make sure when you're traveling with us, it's going to be really tailored to you and your preference when it comes. And I'm sure you'll say a lot of cilantros when you come to Ireland. So,
I learned how to play the boron. So.
Pardon, Derek?
I learned how to play the boron.
Oh, did you really? Okay,
yeah.
For the next one, you're gonna have to play a wee tune, I think. Get practicing. I love it. And we're so music is such a big part of our culture, and Céilí, which is like a Gaelic, a Scottish, Irish like dance and music, and it's such a massive part of our tradition, like river dance, for example. So music is so big, and going to see those Celtic nights, we can organize that too, which is awesome. So we really say, we travel for everyone. Oh, we have travel for every single person who wants to come, and different travel styles as well. We have the private chauffeur, the Lux self-drive, and locally hosted rail. And I'll talk a little bit about each of these travel styles and how you can travel around Ireland in them. And, we're going to stay in properties that are hand-picked, hand-selected by the Queen herself, Catherine, as I call her, and it's called Catherine's Collection. Hand-selected and vetted by Catherine and her team, these include experiences, but also properties from castles, manors, B&Bs, and hotels, like the beautiful Ashford Castle that we have here. The stunning Ashford Castle is a pride and joy in our home. And with our independent travel style, sure, we can mix and match any of these accommodations. You want to be like me and you want to dust off your crowd and stay in castles the whole time, no problem. Or you want to stay in hotels, manors, B&Bs, mix it up and then have a castle. Or even to stay in hotels the whole time. It's completely up to you. And we will work alongside Derek to make sure it is as magical and special for you when you travel. So I'll talk a little bit about each of our travel styles. Our first one is the private chauffeur. And this is completely customizable to where you want to go and what you want to see. You can go to those little tiny places off the beaten track, or you can go see those iconic sites. We will work with Derek and yourself to make sure it's going to be perfect for you and see those sites you want to see, and also connect with the locals along the way. With the private chauffeur, you can stay in castles, manors, hotels, B&Bs. You can mix and match everything. You're going to be traveled with a skilled storyteller, a local in the know who's going to be your friend while you're traveling. It's going to be from 2 to 200. We can adjust the size of the vehicle, no matter what size of group is traveling, multi-generational, 2 people, 200, we can put that together for you. Now, Derek, I feel like I need to be very honest here when it comes to the private chauffeur. Just want to lay it out there, as we are just launching in Canada. There's one thing you need to know about the private chauffeur. I'm just going to lay it out there. That your clients, our guests, will not be able to take the chauffeur home with them. They have to leave them in Ireland. They're gonna love them. They're gonna be best friends with them. They have to leave them in Ireland with us. Get that all the time. They want to take them back. So just a word of warning. They're ours. We need to keep them there, or you're just going to absolutely love them as much as we do. And of course, it's about, with the private chauffeur, it's not just about booking the accommodations and the experiences. We want to, at the private chauffeur, we want to have those exclusive, elevated, high-touch experiences for you when you travel. So go to the Guinness Storehouse on any of our travel styles. But with the private chauffeur, that exclusive experience, we can have a connoisseur experience, and you get to go and taste the different flavors, go to the Guinness Storehouse, learn how to pour the perfect pint, have this wonderful connoisseur experience. And then you can go to the top, up to the Gravity Bar afterwards, and see the beautiful views of Dublin too. So again, we can go to the Guinness store on any travel style, but with the private chauffeur, we want to offer those unique, exclusive experiences when you travel with us. And of course, we always say no trip to Ireland is complete without staying in a castle. Oh, so dreamy. And you can do all these wonderful activities in the castle. Like, for example, Ashford Castle, you can do falconry, where this majestic hawk comes into flight and lands in perch of an arm. It's something so special. And Ashford Castle to us is very, very special in Ireland. It's an 800-year-old castle. It is over on the west coast of Ireland, and it is beautiful. It's a 5-star property. It's actually owned by our parent company, the Travel Corporation, and it is going to blow your socks off. Every time I turn that corner, my jaw hits the ground, and it sits on Loch Corrib. It is absolutely stunning. They've got a beautiful wine cellar where you'll find me most of the time when I'm there. They have a cinema you can go visit. It is just beyond words. And you know who actually used to own it back in the day? The Guinness family. Yeah, it used to be their summer retreat. Yeah, would you believe? So it's, yeah, the history there too. And we want to make sure that you're going to have that wonderful time there as well when you visit. And of course, all these beautiful castles and manors and everything over in Ireland that you can stay in. Of course, if you want to go to Scotland, we can organise that too as well. We have wonderful, lovely experiences, but today we're just going to focus on Ireland. But I did want to bring up something at Scotland. They do say that it invented golf, but us Irish, we perfected it. Just a bit of a dad joke there. Sure, I'm just joking. We do wonderful golf experiences as well when you come to Ireland. And we have stunning golf courses all over the island of Ireland. And all you got to do when you come to Ireland is bring your wee shoes. We will do everything else. We'll organise the tea times. We'll organise the experience, the golf clubs. All you got to do is bring your wee shoes. And the beauty of travelling to Ireland on a golf vacation is that, you know, you can do it with a private chauffeur. So we build everything around getting those tea times. And maybe there's one person in the party who wants to golf. Maybe it's half the group. Maybe it's the whole group. No problem at all. As it's with your wonderful private chauffeur, we will send the golfers off for the day. And then the chauffeur can take care of everybody else. They can go and see those iconic sites, have a bit of a chin wag, bit of banter, which these are Irish slang words. Maybe I should start putting together some Irish slang words when I when I talk about Ireland, so people understand. But these wonderful experiences, and we'll take care of it all for you when you travel. Now that's our first travel style, private chauffeur. And then thinking of those exclusive high touch experiences, maybe you're thinking, yeah, I love that, but I kind of want to drive my own. No problem. Close your eyes for a wee minute. I want you to picture yourself driving in a luxurious car, driving through the wild Atlantic way, up in the glens of Antrim, the 40 shades of green around your hair is blowing in the wind, and you're having that wonderful, fresh Irish smell. And that is driving like Lux Self-Drive with those exclusive high-touch experiences. Again, we can map everything out from castles, manors, hotels, wherever you want to stay, whenever you want to do. And again, those exclusive experiences we talked about with Mark up on the Giant's Causeway, a wonderful local specialist that we have. And he is amazing, a storyteller. He's just incredible. So we want to make sure that we're connecting you to the locals along the way. Maybe we get you to roll up your sleeves now and do some baking. Bake some Irish bread with the wonderful Tracy over in Strangford Lough outside Belfast. Oh, she's a wee gem. We adore her. You'll be invited into her home. You get to roll up the sleeves. And she's got this 18th century thatched cottage, and she's a dote. So you'll get to make some Irish bread. And you can show off when you come home to all your friends. Show them like, I can make some Irish soda bread. So again, these exclusive experiences that we can offer with Brendan, and we want to build this itinerary specifically for you when you travel. So again, we have hundreds and hundreds of activities and experiences where we connect you to the people. So it's really going to be so personal to you along the way. So you're driving yourself on the luxury self-drive, and you're seeing those iconic sites. You have those freedom. But again, we want to make sure we're connecting you to that heartbeat of the Celtic Isle, which is the people. So the private chauffeur and the Lux Self-Drive have those, it's completely customizable and have those exclusive high-touch experiences for you as well. Again, private chauffeur, we can do any size. And then moving on to our next travel style, we have the locally hosted rail. And this is where you travel through the Celtic Isle by train. And in each destination, you will have a local Brendan host there to meet you at your accommodation, your hotel. We'll sit with you for an hour, 2 hours, and they'll bring a treasure trove of ideas of what to do, taste, and see while visiting their city. So you meet them for an hour, then you're on your own. So it's the benefit of like doing independent travel, but having that security of having a Brendan host in that destination. You meet them for an hour, then they'll say, there's my number, call me anytime. You're on your own, but you're never alone. So you have that independence to explore the destination you're in. And then you just hop on the train, go to the next destination, maybe it's Cork, and you meet your next Brendan specialist, Brendan host in Cork City. They'll meet you at your hotel for an hour, 2 hours, however long you need. And then you'll go again and go to your next destination. You have that time yourself and having the security of knowing there's a Brendan person there whenever you need them. And I know we're a tiny little wee isle, so in the places where we don't have rail, we will get a chauffeur to come and pick you up into the next destination. So a lot of people will come and do that independent travel style, traveling by rail, and then staying with the chauffeur and maybe staying in the castle before they head out. Again, you're going to have that local host in that destination, and we want to make sure we're connecting you to the people. As I mentioned earlier, we can do some food tours with the lovely Sheena over in Galway. And Galway is this beautiful, beautiful city on the west coast of Ireland. Absolutely stunning. As I said, Murphy's ice cream it's a gem. I love it. Or you want to head up north into Belfast and go to the wonderful Titanic Museum. We can bring you there too. And this is a really cool interactive museum. And you get to hear the story of Belfast City and the people who created Titanic. So absolutely incredible. So again, these experiences and the stories, we want to really connect you when you're visiting our home. So we are so excited to to do that and bring you there on the train travel style. Next up, we have self-drive. And I know you drove yourself there now, Derek, when you arrived, and you did not a bother. As you said, we drive on the right side of the road. And we absolutely I love driving in Ireland. Like, here in America, they have 6 lanes. I don't know which lane to be in. Where am I going? It terrifies me. Give me my wee lanes in Ireland and the traffic jam full of cows and sheep, and I am so happy, so happy. So driving in Ireland is a brilliant way to see our wonderful wee Celtic Isle. And again, it's completely customizable to you and the properties you want to stay in, and connecting you with the people along the way. Maybe you want to do some hiking with the wonderful Linda over in Killarney and to see wonderful the Torque waterfalls. So again, it's connecting you to the people and the places that you visit. We can see those iconic sites like the wonderful Cliffs of Moher. Maybe go and kiss the Blarney Stone. My friends say I ate the stone. I didn't give it a smooch. I ate it. So again, I want to see those iconic sites. We will bring you to that destination and again, connect you with the locals along the way. And the Cliffs of Moher is definitely an iconic site that you want to see. Oh, it's absolutely stunning, over 700 feet. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely breathtaking. You're going to absolutely love it. And maybe you're a bit of a set jetter. We have set jetters coming to Ireland. We have wonderful film and TV shows that have been filmed in Ireland. So, for example, the Game of Thrones. You go to Winterfell, put on your cloak, dress up, and go and see and have that real cool Game of Thrones experience. Of course, other TV shows filmed as Braveheart. You go to Trim Castle, or Star Wars fans. And there's so many wonderful shows that have been filmed in Ireland. And so maybe that's your thing. You want to go and visit these destinations. Oh, sure, no problem at all. So there's our travel styles. We do the private chauffeur, the Lux self-drive. Oh, it's flashing away ahead of me here. I do apologize. Private chauffeur, the Lux self-drive, locally hosted rail, and the regular self-drive. And again, it's about connecting you to the places. It's completely customizable, independent travel style, and guided by our mantra of taking you personally. We want to make sure that you're going to have the best time when you visit. And of course, I get this question all the time. Sarah, when is the best time? Well, the other day, any time is great time. The other day, it was 80 degrees. 40 in the morning, 40 in the evening. Oh, a bit of a dad joke there again. Love my dad jokes. But really, anytime is a great time. During the summer, we have those long extended daylight in the evenings. And in the winter, think of the cozy season with big peat fires, and you've got your hot whiskey and you've got your Guinness. It's a great, anytime is a fantastic time. And because we can do these independent travel styles and make it customizable for when you travel, then we can do it anytime. So I know there's so much there about Brendan. There's so much. I could go on and on and on. That was just a wee snippet. And we are part of the wonderful Travel Corporation. So we are new in Canada, but we have been around for over 50 years. And we're part of the Travel Corporation. That is a family-owned company that's been around for 101 years this year. And so you might be familiar with Penn. We talked about Trafalgar. We also have Uniworld, African Travel, just to name a few. And with the Travel Corporation, we are so proud to be with them and partnered by TreadRight as well, and how we make a difference to the people and the places that we visit. So, for example, the Giant's Causeway, the wee story I told you earlier, and how we gave back and helped rebuild the visitor centre when there was a fire there. So it's really important for us at Brendan Vacations and the Travel Corporation that we will give back to the people and the places that we visit. We always have ways to save and work with your wonderful storyteller, Derek, and he can keep you up to date on the latest savings. Right now, we do have monies off on our independent travel styles, and it's all on the website, and you can talk to Derek too. And this is how you're going to remember us. We're Annie Botanicals, we're the Ireland, and also we do Scotland as well, the experts. No matter where or how you want to travel, we'll have you covered. We're going to connect you to the real heartbeat of the Celtic Isle, which is the people. So a big Raibh Míle Maith agat. Can you say that one now, Derek?
Pretty hard. Well, thank you very much, Sarah. And just put us back on the screen there. That was brought back so many memories of my trip around Atlantic Way and all of the exciting places you can see. You know, the kissing of the Blarney Stone, and I won't go into the story now, but we have my daughter and I have a story from the Blarney Stone as well. So
I can't wait to hear that.
and yeah, no, Ireland is, I mean, it's so much like Newfoundland. And there's such a connection to Newfoundland with Ireland. So hopefully sometime soon we can get Ireland open, get Newfoundland open, where we just opened now to the other Atlantic Canada provinces. So we got some little movement, but nothing would be better than being able to cross that pond and get over to Ireland and visit your mom and dad.
Oh, you know, I just cannot wait.
So again, it's been great speaking with you and hearing your folk tales, and I tend to believe the story you told versus the scientific one.
Absolutely, you wouldn't expect anything less. I'm going to tell you the truth.
So if anyone is interested in Ireland, you know, my email the number there on the screen now for you. We can make those arrangements for whenever you're ready to book, whether it's in 2022 or 2023. It'll always be there for us, so we're ready to go when you're ready to go. So Sarah, thank you very, very much. I even tried to learn saying goodbye. It was in Irish Gaelic. Salam, I can't remember all of it now.
Slangafol.
Sangafol, yes, I did that.
You're doing good. I'm telling you, Derek, next time you're coming in, you're going to be playing the Baron, you're going to be speaking fluent Irish Gaelic, you're going to be pro.
Listen, you know, when it comes to tunes, the only tune I can carry is in a book. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in for another great episode of Derek's Travel Chats, and I hope everyone learned something. I know I did, and very pleased, and was very pleased to have Sarah join us today. So please join us again next week, where we'll have another guest on, and we'll be giving away another coupon or gift card to Boston Pizza. So again, the question today, and you can leave your answers in the comment section, is how to say hello in Irish Gaelic. So thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and we'll talk to you again all next week.
Thank you, everyone. Slán.